Elena Brown, and today we're going to talk about how to save some money this holiday season. On this channel, I talk about solutions to some of the problems that are unique to moms. My first tip is to cut down your own Christmas tree. Sometimes where you live, this option is not available. We bought a Christmas tree tag for about $7 online, and then we went to the nearest national forest where they allowed Christmas tree cutting. 45 minutes away from us was a spot where you were allowed to cut your Christmas tree, and we brought back this beautiful Christmas tree. When you buy a Christmas tree off a Christmas tree lot, at least for where we are, sometimes it can cost $40, $60, $80 to get a beautiful Christmas tree, and that is a lot of money. When you cut down your own Christmas tree, you also get the family adventure. So we actually ended up going out twice to get our Christmas tree this year, because the first time we started out too late, and by the time we got to the snow and the spot where you could legally cut your tree, it was getting kind of dark. So we had our little adventure, we came back, and then we turned it into 2 weekends worth of fun. This is also a way to make a Christmas memory without spending a lot of money. Yes, you have to pay for gas, and yes, it can be a little time consuming. It can be a really awesome experience to get out in nature, maybe if there's snow, sled a little bit, and experience something as a family. My next tip is to draw names for gifts. So if you participate in a gift exchange with a large number of people, probably more than 3 or 4, you might consider rallying everybody together to draw names so that the individual burden of gifts is not as large. One of my friends just started this with her family, and they were all really thankful that they wouldn't have to stress out as much about their Christmas budget, but they would still get the joy of the gift exchange. When you draw names for gifts, it not only helps you and your budget, but it also helps other people and their budget. So if I am just responsible for one gift, I can really put a lot of thought into it and devote my allotted budget to that and get a more high quality gift than if I was getting 5 different gifts for different people and I had to spread my budget thin. So it's a benefit to the person that's getting the gift because they get something that they really wanted and something of more value. My next tip is to set a budget with your spouse. So me and my husband exchange gifts at Christmas, but we want to make sure that those are about even. So we need to know in advance how much the other person is going to be spending. This year we talked about it in advance and set limits on it, because it could be awkward, if someone decided this was the year they were going to buy them, a $1,000 gift, and the other person was like, oh, I got you a $50 gift. This just avoids a lot of confusion or hurt. Set a budget with your spouse and both agree to keep to it, even though that's super hard. To augment our Christmas budget this year, we decided to sell some things around the house. We have a whiteboard that we write down our Christmas budget and how much money we have left in it. So whenever we sold something, we would add half to my husband's line and half to my line. So every time we sold something, then we got a little bit more money to spend on Christmas, but it was even, so there wasn't that inequity of gifting. We sold some French doors, we sold a different door, I sold some curtains. We sold this all on Facebook Marketplace, and we almost got $100 extra to add to our Christmas budget, which was really fun and exciting. So look around your house and see if you have anything of value that you think someone else could use. And at least for us, we found it's easiest to just do it on Facebook Marketplace. Bonus, you're also decluttering and making room for your new Christmas gifts. Another good way to save on your Christmas budget is to make some of your own decorations. I'll insert a picture here of the orange garland that I made, and I absolutely love this, and I've actually had it for a few years. I think I dried it in the dehydrator, but if you don't have a dehydrator, you could use your oven. So this is a relatively inexpensive way to decorate, and I just love the way it looks. I already had the ribbon laying around, so I just added that because I thought that was pretty. Other decorations you could make by yourself, of course Pinterest has a million ideas. But popcorn strings for your Christmas tree, or you could make, you could use all those cranberries that you still have in your freezer from Thanksgiving, and you could string them together and put those on your tree for a little pop of color. Snowflakes are another great idea, like paper snowflakes that you put on your window. Just being creative with the things that you already have. You can still make some pretty special decorations even without spending any money. If you're just being creative and looking around your house and seeing what is available to you. Another way to save on your Christmas budget is to fix your Christmas lights. Christmas lights strands often come with like these little baggies of extra Christmas lights, and if you replace the dead bulbs, sometimes, most of the time, the whole strand will start working again, and then you can avoid buying new. So anything that you can reuse, repurpose, or fix is super useful for saving you money. So when our Christmas lights go out, the first thing is like, where are all those extra bulbs? We need to start looking for the dead ones and try to fix them so that we can use them at least one more year. I always say that every year, just one more year. Another tip to save money at Christmas is to reuse gift bags. So when you get a gift bag from somebody else, or if you get like those brown paper bags that are kind of gift size at shops or something, be storing those up all year, and all the tissue paper, so that you don't have to spend a bunch of money on wrapping. Last summer at a garage sale, I found a bunch of wrapping paper for $1. And I just bought it and I kept it, and now we can use it to wrap Christmas presents without spending a bunch more money on Christmas presents. I don't know if you're a hoarder of wrapping materials like I am, but most of the time we don't end up needing to buy anything because we already have lots of different options laying around. Another way to make Christmas special without busting your budget is to look at what sort of credits you might have. Maybe you have some sort of travel or accommodation credit that you could repurpose for something that was close or that would work but would be a fun getaway for your family. So this year we had to cancel a trip that was in April, and so we got some Airbnb credits. So now Christmas week we get to take a little drive, and we're going to a private cabin, just the three of us, and we get to have a really special time. And it was free because we knew how many travel credits we had, and we just used that many. So we stayed the amount of days that worked with the budget. And so now we're getting this really special experience, not our original plan, but a special experience, and totally free. Or already paid for, as my husband says. Another way to save at Christmas is to make free traditions. So be on the lookout for things you can do at Christmas that are inexpensive or free. So perhaps your family goes to a Christmas Eve service, or perhaps this year you will drive around your town and look at the Christmas lights on Christmas Eve. Our town this year put together a whole list of all the places that have really cool Christmas decorations, and they posted that on Facebook for everybody. So now we can go look at the map and drive around and do like a little driving tour of the Christmas lights. And besides the gas, that's basically free, and I think that will be super special. Another thing we got to do this year was drive around and see Christmas trucks. They were doing this semi-truck Christmas parade, and they were driving all over town and honking their horns, and it was really special. I tried to take some pictures, but of course it was dark. That was really cool to go and do that, have like a little getaway from normal life and watch that. We're following them around town in our car. Let me know what you do during this season to keep Christmas from busting your budget. It would mean a lot to me if you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.